Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
You think darkness is your ally? Or you merely adopted the dark? I was born in it.
Because when he has been in the bright lights and enjoying his time, having fun and lapping it up, no problem. You're the big celebrity. You're in the bright lights. I've been in the dark, in the trenches, in the gym.
TheBoxingVoice.com. And the new IBO, WBO, WBA, WBC franchise, and Ring Magazine.
People ask me, when does camp start? Camp started as soon as I bet Teofimo Lopez. As soon as I batted him and took all his belts, camp started the next day.
What a right hand from George Kambosos, and the takeover went down.
He's a good villain, though.
Yeah, no, he is.
Could have fought anybody. Lomachenko, Devin Haney. Unfortunately, Lomachenko's not available. Beautiful. Devin Haney, step up. Now we'll take your belt.
This is Sparta!
SDS Promotions.
But he says he'll finish his fight as a king. What's a king to an emperor?
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ringwalk Danny.
Let's start with this. I'm a creative genius.
SDS.
And now, the most dangerous producer on YouTube, Brandon in Houston.
Brandon in Houston. SDS Promotions.
You're now locked into the king of all boxing podcasts, The Boxing Voice. Jab that like button.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
What is it? Is it that they don't like the Charlotte? You like the Charlotte?
The unified WBA, WBC, and IBF 154-pound champion of the world.
I'm happy, not angry, I'm passionate.
The WBC middleweight champion of the world.
No, I think you're a great fighter. And
I know that already. They say, oh, the Charlotte ain't fought nobody. Duh, because they don't want to fight us. Fighters, come on, step up and win that shit. Come on, let's get it. Like I said, I went to the top already. I seen the bottom before. At the top, I seen the bottom. I went back down to the bottom and shot back the fuck back up. Now what they mad at me for? It's not like old school boxing. We're the best, like the best no more. It's about politics. It's about who you know, who you are, if you got a crowd behind you. Sit your ass in your weight division and see if you can beat one of them. Cause fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby. And we stand by lines only, just like we made this up. We gonna ride with it. We gonna ride with it till the day we die.
Jamal Charlo.
SDS Promotions.
Shut the fuck up, you little prick.
Yeah?
Yeah, prick. Come on, get him out of here.
You're getting out of
Yeah, move him out of here.
SDS Promotions.
Fury's the name, and fucking fighting's the game. His heart's rattling now. His walls have sunk up inside of him. There's a man here that's going to annihilate your daughter. TheBoxingVoice.com.
The heavyweight champion of the world, the greatest fighter that's ever lived, ever laced a pair of boxing rules on, ever stood in a boxing arena. Me, the Gypsy King.
Fury, under the hands of Sugar Hill, is just a different beast. He's a different monster.
Joshua's a coward. Who sex a pussy and Dylan White don't want to fight. So if you can prove me wrong, get to fucking fighting. These are all coward bum dossers. I'll annihilate the lawyers and destroy yous. Submit yous. Tap you bitches out.
Fury's just too intelligent. When he has to box, he boxes. When he's got a triple jab, he triple jabs.
If he holds a handful of stones and throws them at me, he may have a chance of landing something.
Chicken! Chicken! Joshua! Where are you? Where are you, AJ? AJ!
Dylan White's a bitch. I want to see you, you've got to fight me anyway.
Taking supernatural strength. Fury throwing it up.
SDS Promotions.
I'm going to smash your face in too. There's not one thing you can do about it.
What up, what up, what up? Good morning, TBV. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another glorious Saturday morning. Shout out to everybody rocking out with us. Shout out to everybody up early in the morning, getting it done, whether you're working, you're chilling, and enjoying your weekend. But this week, there is a lot of boxing. We got Venaldo Lopez taking on Mick Conlon. We have Mauricio Lara taking on Lee Wood. And then we have Alexis Rocha taking on Anthony Juice Young. For the Anthony Juice Young, that will be the fight chat that we give away the Roy Jones autographed glove. I know there's already people in the chat asking about it. Shout out to Supermax, who already sent $10 and put his name in the running. Shout out to Justin. Justin Oakley also added to the raffle. Once again, we're raffling out the Roy Jones glove autographed by Roy Jones tonight during the Alexis Rocha and Anthony Juice Young fight. Once the winner is announced, we will announce the glove winner after the scores and the final results are read. So you still have time, if you're looking to be part of the raffle, to send in a $10 Cash App to purchase a virtual raffle ticket. The Cash App is on the screen. Don't be fooled by the thieves and the crooks and the very mean people trying to steal your money. The Cash App, if you want to be in the Roy Jones glove raffle, which we're announcing the winner today, delivering the glove on Monday. So hopefully the winner gets in touch with us between Saturday and Sunday. Obviously tonight and tomorrow all day. That being said, the Cash App is $THABOXINGVOICE1. Don't be fooled by any counterfeits. So what we're here to talk about today is obviously Errol Spence's protege, Frank Martin, and what will be next for him. He announced his fight July 15th, and the question really is, who will Frank Martin be facing? Now, there are some rumored names. Well, one rumored name, and I actually spoke to Derek James. It's so early in the morning. The coach said the name isn't a secret, but it's so early, I can't remember it. So, I don't know, man. I mean, it's only, all right, it's 10, 9, 8 on the west, on 8 on in Texas, I believe. Should be 8 in Texas because it's 10 in New York. So Frank Martin announced his date May 10th. He said, man down July 15th. A lot of people thought he was saying that he was going to be on the undercard of Errol Spence. So they automatically assumed that he was announcing the Errol Spence date. Now we know he came out and said, why would he announce his people's date? Why would he do that? So he's got his own date. Again, the question is, who is he going to be facing? The only name that I have heard, I'll give you in just a moment. Huang Mancha, been a member for 2 months on the champ level. He says, Rayo Venezuela is the only opponent I want next for Frank. That would be a great fight. Let's start a poll, right? Who? And I hope James just hits me back like, yo, I woke up now. This is the name. Who is next for Frank Martin? And you being a member, we'll take your suggestion because he used his monthly member super chat for that suggestion. So I like Rayo. Rayo's in that weight, not a bad name. We can definitely keep Rayo in there and see, what other names we come up with. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans, maybe some boxing fans that already know exactly who it should be, right? So the one name that was being floated around is someone I've never heard of, and if they give him to Frank, it would be a disservice. So I really hope that that's not the case. Once again, I'm hoping that, Derek James wakes up fully and can just shoot me a quick message. I have set out other messages to a few other names. And just waiting back, man. Waiting back to see what we get. Waiting back to see what we get from everybody that I've hit up. Quite a few people, believe me. I didn't even want to go live without knowing for sure. But, once coach told me it's not a hint, I figured, once he fully gets up, he'll give us that info. And in the meantime, I'll put this guy's name out there. Artem, I don't even know how to pronounce it. He's some German dude. Somebody also in the chat heard the same thing and said it. Yeah, Artem Harutyunyan, something like that. Never heard of him. Don't know anyone that he's fought from the looks of it. I hope this is a mistake because this would be bad if this is the guy. This guy makes no sense. This guy makes zero sense for him. So I hope that Earl did better. It's very difficult. I did a lot of research, and the only thing that's out there is like Earl wanting Shakur for Frank, Earl wanting Pitbull for Frank, Earl wanting Tank for Frank, and Frank wanting Haney. Frank believing he can beat Haney and knock out Haney, and I also put in a message to Frank, but let's see, what time he gets up. He hasn't even been up yet, according to, social media and stuff. But let me get to this Frank Martin call out of Haney post Lomachenko fight. Actually, this is pre, I believe, Lomachenko fight. It just aged well, right? And it was an interview conducted by Mill City Boxing, and obviously it got reposted to Instagram, which makes it a little easier for us to share to you. And here it goes.
Haney. You know, it's a lot of stuff that he good at. He real good at that jab. That's his money. You know, his jab is his money. But it's some stuff that he do that like he wouldn't be able to do if we got in that ring. You know, that he stopped a lot of them other fighters from doing. And honestly, maybe Lomachenko, the stuff. One thing that he do a lot. I think that Lomachenko is game enough to take it away from him, and that's gonna like throw his game off. But I want him to win that fight. But that what I'm talking about that he do, I think Loma game enough to like he ain't gonna go for it. I'll stop Haney. You know, it's a lot of stuff that he good at. He real good at that jab. That's his money. You know?
So as you can see, he feels he stops Haney. Um, so Frank really, only been named with the top. So that Artem name coming out of nowhere is very disgusting. And a disappointment. And once again, I just hope. All right, so one of my guys say they don't know. I just hope I get an answer. But we are taking calls. If you want to call in and voice your opinion, give us your, I guess on who Frank may be facing next. Remember, he's fighting July 15th. Now, there's always the possibility that they scrap that card altogether and throw him on the undercard with Earl, or maybe not. Maybe he continues on his own July 15th. Remember, the July 15th is a Matchroom card, I believe. I'm pretty sure we got a card on that date already. I think that's the Bumgarner card, maybe. I'll check here in a sec and let you know. But yeah, I believe that 15th date has a fight already on it. But I'll check the schedule here and let you know. So July 15th. July 15th, we got a lot of fights in July. Beautiful month, but in Detroit, we do have Alicia Bumgarner, like I said, and obviously Richardson Hitchin on the undercard versus Montana Love. So that's actually a very good card. So if Frank is still fighting on his July 15th date, which isn't listed on the resume, I mean on the schedule, obviously he's going to be conflicted, going up against the Zone, and a very good card because Alicia Bumgarner's taking on her lone loss and the opponent that was supposed to be for Michaela Mayer, so she continues to one-up Michaela Mayer. Then you got the debut of Andy Cruz on that fight. So that is a very, very decent card to go up against if you're Frank Martin, especially if you're getting that name Artem. That's not going to do it. They need a better name than that, for sure. At least in my opinion, we need a better name. But he's been in camp, he posted this not too long ago on his story. And he was already in training here. And, this was the 11th. And he's saying, I'm walking shit down. I'm motivated. in a different way. It's me versus me, right? So, you know, Frank's definitely been working. We also have some league sparring. I don't know when this was. Is it for this camp or another? But it definitely showed Frank getting down and Earl watching. Got Derek giving some instructions. Maybe he put it out because the sparring is definitely clear as day and visible. But Frank definitely, showing a little bit of what he got in that sparring. Sparring partner using the headgear that Sean Porter uses with the bar. Not really a fan of that, but as a professional, you probably need that, not to end up with a broken nose or, you know, something busted, you know. But yeah, man, damn, come on, Derek. I got Derek to answer me so early this morning. I'm figuring he was gonna double back on me, man. And then I reached out to my peoples, and he talking about, nah, it's not finalized yet, according to what I was told. I'm like, all right, so what's the name? My man went dark on me. Straight dark. But I am interested, man. I'm interested to see if he's gonna do his own thing, or are they just gonna shift him to the Earl fight? Because he did do an interview the day that William Cepeda fought, and that's where the rumors began of him allegedly, fighting on the Earl undercard, and not because he said so, simply because the reporter insinuated that since he's saying he's fighting in July or June, that he's got to be on the, undercard of Earl and Crawford. So obviously, you know, he smiled, grinning ear to ear. So the internet ran with that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be on that undercard uh, at all. But he could still very much be on his own fight card. I think it makes sense to put him on Earl's card to continue to get that exposure. But then again, that is a pay per view. But then again, it is the biggest pay per view probably in the last 10. Uh oh, uh oh, uh oh, hold up, hold up. Oh, Frank just told me the name. Ouch. Frank finally hit me up. Oh, wow. It is Artem. All right. Damn. I mean, maybe it is on the undercard of Earl and Spence. That's the same person. Earl and Bud. And because of that, it's that opponent, because when you got a super fight, the money is not there for the undercard. Plus, there's already rumors of Pitbull Cruz and look, not only did Frank hit me up, but my source, he said, uh, okay, so my source don't want to say who it is, but it don't matter. Frank already told us, so it's that guy. I'm gonna pull up his box record again. Fucking box record, their ads. What's going on here? Stop the shit. Damn, bro. Damn, look, I had hit up Barack, and now he hitting me up talking about, yo, you think they made the Zepeda fight? Yo, we all gonna be disappointed. That's crazy. Um, that is this guy. For real, for real. This is the guy right here. Frank was, I mean, I just feel like, yo, when you hot, it would have been better to throw him a Javier Fortuna or something, right? I don't know. I think like we gonna work with this. We're gonna work with this and try to implement this into the poll, and see what happens. But yeah, sorry, just answering this text back. But that the beauty of this show is that we found out. We were posing the question, who is he fighting? Shout out to Frank Martin for answering and confirming that he will be doing an interview with us. Um, but he confirmed it, right? So, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and jump out on a limb. I'm not gonna ask him. I don't want more information from him my way to the interview, but I'm gonna jump out on a limb and say that he is on the Earl card because the opponent can't be expensive. But Artem is a 2016 bronze medalist. Shout out to Deontay Wilder, also a bronze. So, going back to BoxRec, let's check. Going back to BoxRec, he's 12-0, 7 KOs, hails from Germany. Birthplace is Armenia, and it looks like he's only fought in Germany. And I believe this is the only guy I know, Umberto Gallerino. Let me just check. Yep, we do know him. Y'all know that face. Watch. Look, Raymond Murataya. So that was the step up. If you watch ESPN and you watch Raymond, then you watched him fight Humberto. And I think that's the only name I know, bro, which is crazy. I want to know at least one more, but I don't. I don't know none of these guys. This is it. This is who we got. This is who we got. He's a bronze medalist, so all right, we're gonna work with this. All right, we're gonna put this in a poll. We'll put this in a poll and do Frank Martin is facing. Well, let's put fighting for the weirdos. Fighting your boy Artem. Undefeated. Let's make sure we put that for the casuals. All right. And what we can do is put something like, would you have rather him fought? Right? Maybe something like that. And Frank Martin is fighting Artem, undefeated fighter. Would you rather had? It's tough, man, because I have to give you bad options. The truth be told, I got to give you some bad options. Can't give you good options, right? They got to be like veteran names, former world champs, but guys with losses, right? And see if you value the name over the undefeated record. So Frank Martin is fighting Artem Harutyunyan. I think. Undefeated fighter. Would you rather had, and we'll just do question mark, Rayo Venezuela, right? And let's Rayo, is he coming off a win? He's coming off a loss too, right? Let's double check before we put him, because that's important. He's actually coming off back-to-back losses, so we'll remind you of that. See if it fits in the poll. Rayo Venezuela off back to back losses. Ooh, that fit perfect. Next, we'll put another tired name. Has to be Ryan Garcia victim. That would be Javier Fortuna, right? We could put that one. Javier. Oh, yeah, but we still need to look him up to get exactly his record and what he's coming off of, right? So Javier would be coming off of a loss to Ryan, and that is 7-16-22. So we'll put that too, so you know how long it's been. Javier Fortuna off loss 7-16. Let's do 16-22. So he hasn't fought. Hopefully that, I mean, that obviously that doesn't. I mean, it's saying coming off the loss, coming off a loss, off the loss. So hopefully that you interpret it properly, that that's his last fight. And why am I saying this? Because they need to keep the purse down, right? Obviously, by fighting this undefeated German fighter that no one's ever seen, ever, we've never seen him. Like, all his fights are in Germany. There's no upside to this whatsoever. This is just getting Frank out there. Jesus, I'm not trying to be a great matchmaker. I'm trying to be a budget matchmaker. That's what you don't understand. So, you double down on your comment. You're lucky I can't time you out right now because I'm building this poll. But I lied. I can. Go to the Phantom Zone. So, yeah, I'm not trying to match him with the best opponent because we ain't getting that. We already know what we got. He fighting this dude. The question is, why? The question is, why? Is it because there's only a $50,000 budget for the opponent? Because we know Fortuna not even taking that. You understand? But I'm trying to ask you as the listener, would you rather have fought a guy with a name coming off losses just to keep building his name? Or would you rather have him fight an undefeated fighter? So that being said, I'm looking for the probably not ranked 4 times off a loss, Joe Diaz Jr., but he did just resign off 4 losses. Because he done lost 4 straight, I'm pretty sure. Let's check here where he's at. Ryan's number 9. Joseph Diaz is number 22 on BoxRec, and he is coming off of 3 straight losses, not 4. Pardon me, JoJo. So we'll correct that. I mean, this is not really an option. I'll leave it there because I see some of you saying it, but it's not really an option. They're not going to do cross promotion when there's no budget for it. So, I doubt that it's JoJo. Really doubt that it's JoJo. Looking on BoxRec, because they're obviously not even looking at guys in the top 15. So it's probably best we look on BoxRec for these potential opponents versus looking anywhere else. And, obviously they got Tank at number 1 there. And we'll just go deep because De Los Santos is 27-15-1, and he's not coming off a loss. And that fight's probably too expensive for this undercard. De Los Santos understands that Martin is a name now, and that, he's going to have to do something in order to get in the ring with a guy like Martin. All right, what the fudge? Right there. So, let me show you something. This would have been and this is, I wanted to give this kid his own show, but I know you guys don't know him at all like that. But what he's doing is, man, it's got to be respected. His name is Tito Mercado, and he has no big promoter, and he's doing better than Keyshawn. I ain't even gonna front. Like, in terms of opponents, without a top rank, I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing it. I can't wait till he jumps on the scene for real and we get to see who's really behind him. But this is the kid I'm telling you about. He's in that same division. He's 10-0, 10 KOs. He just beat Hank Lundy into submission, and that was a big name without a promoter. If you see before that, he already had beaten Jason Velez, which was a big name without a promoter. So what's not listed here on BoxRec is his next big name without a promoter. So I'll show you that now by pulling up the common opponent. And the Jason Velez and the Hank Lundy wins, I mean, I would give Keyshawn more credit for his Yigit win over the Lundy and the Velez win, but he got top rank to get him Yigit. You feel me? This kid, I don't know how he's able to do this, and he doing it off TV. But look, right now he about to step all the way up and take on a big challenge with a common undisputed champion, right? Meaning the opponent he's about to fight is on the record of an undisputed champion. And this dude is going to his home country, bro. This shit is going to happen in some weird country. So Tito is actually going on the road for this shit, which is crazy to me. You know what I mean? And he reached out, and I'm like, bro, let's get you on the show to talk about it. Because, again, impressive without a big promoter. I don't even know. It's not even a big promoter. I'm talking about impressive with a small promoter, because the promoter he is with, I've never heard him, and I've been doing this shit forever. So that shit makes zero sense. But let me pull up this kid's BoxRec. There he goes. It's insane. I'm telling you, this is very impressive. I'll probably have the editor cut this segment out to make it his own and re-upload it. So Devin Haney fought this guy 2019 January. So screen sharing now for those following along on YouTube. The man in question, I haven't pronounced his name because you know that I can't. But it's some weird shit that I'm gonna have my computer do.
Listening Dongini.
Listening Dongini. So look at this now. He's 31-2. First off, he's only lost to Devin and whoever the fuck Prince Delamo is. All right, but that's okay. And which happened in his hometown. That shouldn't have happened. So I don't know, but he only lost to Devin. And since losing to Devin, I get it. He hasn't fought anybody and fought only in his hometown. But if you watch the fight with Devin, he's a decent fighter. But then look at this. they're going to fight in Nicaragua. So somehow Tito Mercado is fighting Devin Haney's opponent when Devin fought him 3 years ago or some shit. What? Actually more now, right? 6 or something, whatever the case is. You do the math. 3 years or something like that. But he wasn't 10-0 when he fought him. This kid is 10-0. And Devin fought him here as the A side on Showbox. This guy is going to Nicaragua. And look at the promoters. Buffalo Boxing, Fight City Promotions. Like, who are these people? How in the fuck are they doing this? I don't know. And look at the comment section. Xavier saying, show Devin Haney how it's done. Because the kid is labeled as a puncher. He's killing everybody. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. And I only bring this up because it's like he's doing this with no promoter. He ain't got Earl. So I ain't trying to go hard, but they could have did better for Frank, man. That's what I'm getting at. They could have done better for Frank. Like, that kid couldn't have been this African, which I'm going to put his name, right? I'm going to put his name because he couldn't have been more expensive than Artem. You know what I mean? And at least you got the storyline of common opponent with Haney. Damn, that don't even fucking fit. Let me see. I could put Haney opponent maybe. They stingy with the characters on YouTube. Yeah, so Haney opponent might fit. But nobody's gonna know this dude. But I'm running with this poll. The issue is y'all definitely gonna pick Rayo regardless. I don't know if I should leave JoJo. Let me look on BoxRec one last time because JoJo's across the street. That should have never happened, man. And it's not shots fired at Frank. I'm just saying, bro. The dude got a big name in this sport right now. Like, I'll prove it to you, right? Because you see, that's the problem that happens. You can't even say nothing about these fighters without y'all weirdos right away saying you shooting shots at somebody. So if you go to the ring, Frank's number 6, man. That's like top 5. You feel me? So he belongs. You know? But I'll show you more stuff, right? Let's see here. How did I find it? Let's try this. But if you want to call in, don't forget the number to call, 1425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. We're talking Frank Martin, and we just learned his new opponent is Artem someone, all right? We're not going to butcher it. We're just going to put it here on the screen and let you see it. And then we'll let the computer...
Artem Harutyunyan.
Harutyunyan. There you go. So let's start with... Let me see if I can... I would much rather show you on the computer for the better results, but this is bullshit. Try again. All right. Hopefully we can get it here. I got Discord open for anybody that wants to call in via Discord. Also, we're rocking out on Twitter as well. So let's just show you here some what we'll call evidence, right? Here's just a random Instagram channel that I don't follow called Alpine, and this post has 54,000 likes, right? So they got Tank versus Devin. But then it also has Devin versus Shakur. But then it also has Devin versus Martin. And that's just, me showing you that he makes the fan cut, right? People want to see him versus the bigger names. And here is another piece of evidence, right? This is from ESPN Knockout, and this is just a current look at the lightweight division. But Frank is there, and he's at the top. Not that the top means the order, but he's right there. Again, just making a case why they probably should have done a better job finding a better opponent, because look at what the world is doing, right? The world is expecting this, and this is just a repost, but the world is expecting this. And I'll stop not screen sharing. I'll just show you the hashtag Frank Martin. It's filled with his face amongst the rest of the names in the world. It's not like Martin doesn't belong, but it's probably a stay busy fight to get him in action. I just don't know how many eyeballs it's attracting with a non-sexy, no name. So we'll ask the community my poll and see what you say. But that is the opponent. Shout out to Frank Martin once again for confirming for us live on the show, making it very informative. But this is the opponent scheduled for Martin. So I don't think he's main event. This, again, gives me more indication that he is going to be on the undercard of Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, because when the opponent is this inexpensive, it's for a reason. The budget mattered here. But if you watch interviews, I did a lot of research for this show. If you watch interviews, Elie Setback has an interview with Earl in the gym where he says, look, the Keyshawn fight ain't now. Keyshawn really doesn't want it. That's why he keeps telling y'all, I'm only 5-0, I'm only 6-0, I'm only 7-0. So if Frank beats him, then he's going to say, I'm only 7-0, and that's why I lost. Like he wants, Earl is talking about Tank and Shakur next for Martin. So maybe this is just an in-between fight because something bigger is on the horizon. You know what I mean? But this is who Martin is fighting next. Does that mean that he's going to get a bigger name after this? But these are the opponents that this person is for. I literally only know this guy. I literally only know Humberto Galindo. We literally just seen him on TV. It wasn't too long. Let me see when he fought Muradaya. March of this year. See what I'm saying? He fought the same day as planting whatever his name is. My bad, Benavides. So, I remember this guy, but he's just a guy. He's not like you know what I mean? He's not like a name, you know what I mean? Like, this was just some dude Morataya fought on his way to get into Nakatani, But Martin still has the better win with the Michelle Rivera win, at least over Keyshawn. But Keyshawn is on his heels with that Anthony Yiggett win. And Martin is going to take a dip now with this fight. You guys just don't get it. They asking me why I didn't put Pitbull. Like, what don't you understand? There is no money for Pitbull. I'm showing you who's the opponent. If this is who they fighting, brother, how do you think they could afford Pitbull? Like, why are you asking those questions? I don't think you guys are understanding the poll. This is who he's fighting. How can you afford Pitbull? Like, what don't y'all get? Like, I would love Pitbull. That's what Earl wants. Earl wants Pitbull. Earl wants Shakur. Earl wants Tank. I would love that. I don't know what Lord Blue, what you mean about keeping the same energy for the champs. See, this show has turned. It took a turn because Frank Martin hit us up live to tell us who he's fighting. Now y'all think I'm shitting on Martin. You understand? He just told us this live. We didn't know. The point of the show was who is he fighting? He just told us is this guy. So I'm putting my pieces together. It's like, all right, if it's this guy, he probably is not doing his own card anymore. He's probably on the undercard of Earl and Crawford. You understand? But, you know, okay. You know, I don't know how I'm being blamed for this shit. Like, I picked the opponent. But if you want to call in, you can. If you're on our show line, 1-425-569-5241. Remember, you got to press 1 at least one time for those that are there. Same thing for Twitter Spaces. You have to at least request if you want to rock and roll. Let me see if he's free now. I should have been asked him, is he free now when he answered me? But whatever. We'll try and get it done. Again, if you want to call in, feel free. Damn, Majid, I'm sorry. Where'd you go? I got caught up there. But if you want to request again, yeah, another guy. Majid is talking about Frank Isaac Cruz. Yeah, I mean, again, I wish, fellas. I wish that was what we were here to report, but he let us know that it is Artem, and we'll just keep only pronouncing that first name just to not right now. Getting ready to work out. Damn. Okay, champ. All right. Well, that's that. That's that. Um, he's not available. He's about to work out. I got no callers. Oh, I had Vega. I had like 2 callers that keep dropping off. It is what it is. Okay, Vega's back. But because I was about to wrap it up, you know what I mean. I try not to talk about the hardcore, or rather the big topics, the Tank and the Ryan. And every time I do, we have no callers. You guys suck, man. What up, Vega?
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. You know what? Like, I realized whenever I want to put my hand up, I just escape Discord and come right back to make sure the audio is good. So that's why that happened. But yeah, Frank Martin, like you said, he's been tied with the big names, right? The Shakur, the Tanks. He's tying his name up with Haney as well, and that's what he should be doing. When we speak about who we want these fighters to fight, the best thing they can do is speak on the top fighters or the fighters above them or the big names. You speak it into existence. And then what happens? People make these YouTube videos about it. It starts a discussion. You even get articles mentioning the potential opponents that they spoke. So I can understand the letdown when we see this Artem gentleman. I mean, like you said, we haven't seen him, so I don't want to shit on it too much. But like you said, like, yo, you are connected with the top fighters, and then we get this out of nowhere, never been mentioned. This guy hasn't even been showcased, so he's not even being groomed to get this spot. It just seems, I have to agree, it just seems like a budget thing. And I
But
also
Vega,
agree. Yeah, go ahead.
what do you think about the fight fans, right? Because I feel like I gave bad options, right? I feel like I gave people coming off losses, people coming off knockouts, and they still rather those guys than an undefeated guy that doesn't know how to lose.
It's kind of like building a contender. You want it a great way to build a contender is have them fight someone that someone else has beaten or just fought, right? That's why Fortuna name is pretty pretty good. Or even maybe someone we just seen on a pretty decent stage. If they would have did Ryo or Chris Colbert, I would have been all right with it because I know what those guys bring, and I know that hey, these guys, I've seen them. I've seen them multiple times. They have been spoken about fighting other big fighters, possibly. And now we're going to see what Frank Martin, what he really may be. So, like I said, it is a little bit of a letdown. And also, I agree that, this may be leading to him not being a main event. I just don't see it being it should be on the Arrow card, but it's just, I think we would have heard the buzz for it more. I think it might be, what if he's being paired with Boots? Possibly, his next up. You are seeing a lot of things about July with Boots, and kind of help with the buzz for that fight, whoever he may be fighting. Frank Martin being paired with him. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, listen. I feel like this fight being the fight that it is means without a doubt that his next fight is something big.
Oh man, like you said, yeah, maybe it's the connecting dots to maybe his career path. Hey, there's really the top guys aren't available, so why risk it with anybody? But yeah, I agree. I was hoping for more of a recognizable name. I mean, even if I say let's take a look at this guy at least, see if maybe he possesses any any real resistance, because I think you mentioned a couple of his amateur accomplishments.
Yeah,
and we've seen these
he's
Eastern
a
European
gold
guys, man.
medalist.
They really can be a handful at times. But yeah, man, I got to get back to the grind, man. So I'll holler at you later.
I said gold by mistake. He's a bronze medalist. I got Brandon in Cincinnati. Brandon, Cincinnati. You're Brandon. And if you want to call in, you can join our Discord. Use Discord to call in. We also have Twitter Spaces available. Brandon.
Yo, Ness, what's going on, my brother?
I hear you. What up, though?
Yeah. I just tuned into the show. I know he picked his opponent already, but just for earlier context, when you were mentioning opponents, did you guys mention Edwin De Los Santos?
No, because of the budget. Like, I'm just assuming Frank is getting this guy that he told me he's getting because there's no money.
Because I heard you guys mention Ryo though, and I'm like, why we always mention the nigga that gets shot and never mention the shooter? Like, why should Ryo get rewarded the Frank Martin fight and not the nigga that sparked him out? That shit always bothers me about boxing.
I think again, I mentioned Rayo purposely because he's coming off of 2 back-to-back losses, so he would be cheaper. And I'm just asking you, as the listener, like, do you prefer a fighter to fight a named fighter coming off 2 back-to-back losses, or a fighter that's undefeated? And everybody's picking the fighter with the name versus the fighter that doesn't know how to lose or hasn't been shown how to lose.
Yeah, I would rather see him fight somebody that's dangerous. Fucking name. Frank Martin really ain't got that big of a name. So I want to see him fight a tough fight. I don't want to see him fight. So that's why I said fuck Ryo, put him in there with De Los Santos, the nigga that whooped Ryo. He should get the fight over to him.
I'm going to just say that's where you wrong, bro. Doing the research for this show, he is a name. Like, his name is not mentioned with no small names. The smallest name he's linked to is Keyshawn, who's a silver medalist on the super fast track. Like, other than that, you just Google Frank and his link to Shakur, Devin, and Tank. Like, he's at the top. And not to mention,
in the boxing world.
Not to mention that outside of those 3 names, I linked them to Cepeda. He linked himself to Cepeda by being at the fight. But obviously, I did a show about him walking down on Cepeda and, his team saying they liked the way that he came at him and that they might, negotiate. So he's linked with all the big names and he's top 5. Like, who you got above him?
He is top 5. I guess when I think of big names, I can go to any barbershop in America. Ain't nobody gonna know who the fuck Frank Martin is. So in my opinion, he ain't a big name in that aspect. But I guess in the boxing world, he is a big name. But yeah, De Los Santos. I would like to see him fight De Los Santos, somebody like that. Revisit the little B-Hop fight. Why not little B-Hop? So something like that. Somebody coming off a win, not JoJo. Ain't JoJo fighting a rape case or some shit?
I think we saying different things. Yeah, like again, it's budget is what it seems like.
I hear you. But if he got the name, a big name, or he's a rising star, it's time to up that budget for him. You can't contradict yourself and say he's a big name. He's mentioned with Shakur, then you keeping him on the Chitlin circuit at the same time.
I never
It's either you're
contradict.
gonna invest in him or not.
Listen to me. I personally never contradicted myself. You misunderstood me. I said he's linked. Linked. LINKED with the big names. He's only linked with the big names. The smallest name he's linked to is Keyshawn, who is a silver medalist. You understand? You saying something different. I'm just telling you the truth. He is not linked to no prospects. He is not linked to no names. This the first time he'll be linked to a no name, and that's because this fight is real.
Okay, so they use the big names to build up the hype, and then they put him in there with a no name. Got it. Yeah, I don't like that. Give him De Los Santos, a little B-Hop, somebody relevant. But I'm gonna let you go, brother. That's my call.
For sure. I got Ahmad J sending his $10 cash app to be in the Roy Jones Jr. autograph glove raffle. Remember, the raffle is still open until tonight. After Alexis Rocha and Juice Young on DAZN, after that fight takes place and the winner is announced, we will announce our winner for the glove raffle, and you will see it virtually on screen, spin and pick a winner on its own. We will have nothing to do with who won and who didn't win, but you can still participate in the Roy Jones Jr. autograph glove. It is a leather glove by Sabas in collaborations with the Boxing Voice. One of a kind. There's video of Roy signing it as well. We got Al in the Bay. What up?
Yo, what's up, man?
What up?
I don't hate the name and I don't love the name, but I think it's a chess move. To be in position. You get somebody who's 12-0, who don't know how to lose. You know, yeah, he's probably not a name that's recognized, but he got the record. Now you're trying to position him to be in a title shot, meaning, you know, because he knows he's not going to get that Devin Haney fight. Everybody knows he's not going to get that Devin Haney fight. So if he's positioned himself now, fight somebody with a nice record later on in the year, he fights somebody with a cool name. By the time Devin Haney get ready to drop the belt, he's still be in position to fight those big names. You know, so it's a chess move. It's like sometimes how I do it with my queen. It's like I would set my queen up on one side of the board, but tack on, so you don't even see the attack coming. All you focus on is my queen, but I got a whole nother attack coming on behind you, and that seems like that's what they're doing. You're focused on one thing, but you got to see the bigger picture when it opens up. You know, Devin Haney got a couple more fights left. You know, you got Shakur. Shakur most likely is not going to fight Frank Martin because it's like, who is Frank Martin to Shakur right now? Nothing. So he got to get some more recognition under his belt with some names, with some probably some no name, but somebody with some better records than he do, and that will kind of boost him up.
All right, champ.
I don't know if you're following me.
Thanks for calling in. That's Al in the Bay. I had seen Nike Hendricks. I guess he dropped off. We're going to keep it moving. If you are calling in to the show number, don't forget to press 1 at least at one time. That's going to put you in the queue, and that's going to let me know what I got to do. FYI, I've changed my title to indicate Frank Martin not only announces July 15th return, but also versus Artem Harutyunyan, whatever's. You feel me? We'll see, man. Maybe this, you get the exposure on the Earl undercard. And again, I'm guessing. I didn't ask him to confirm if he's on the Earl undercard. I'm just assuming with this type of opponent, he's got to be because, Showtime's not going to take a chance to make this a main event unless they want a showcase. Unless it's going to be a straight up showcase looking for a knockout. I don't know. We got Straight Like That Boxing. What up?
What's happening, chat?
What's good?
All right. I think Frank. Let me see. I think Frank. Like you said, it's a showcase fight. It fits the budget. I like what the last caller said, De Los Santos, but that don't fit into the budget. He's probably going to fight under somebody bigger than him on that card. For him to fight this guy, it's like a stay busy fight. So I'm gonna just go with that, and then yeah, that's it, champ. That's all I wanted to say. Great show, and I'm locked in with you. Peace.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. I mean, look, you see, that's a boxing fan that he's been watching in the sport for a while, is what I'm gonna assume. Sometimes you just can't get mad at things like this. You just understand where we at and what's going on. Do we want things to be different? Oh yeah, but they not. Huang in Houston, what up?
Yeah, what's up? Good morning to y'all, TBV world. Now when I had sent that chat about Rayo, obviously we ain't know the opponent, but the reason why I thought he would be the best one was because if you think about it, and he had a really good fight with Chris Colbert. They gave us, I mean, it was almost like Loma Haney as far as the robbery type crap. You know what I'm saying? And then people went back and watched the fight. They'd be like, "Yeah, I give it to Chris." It was just a good fight. You know what I mean? And then the fact that he was off 2 losses, that would have been perfect for him if it wasn't going to be on an undercard. Because originally I thought it was going to be like that. He going to be on his own, and it just would have been 2 losses. One real good controversial loss that would have been perfect for Frank. But I mean, like you say, right now if they probably gonna put him on the undercard, I do think that'll be the route they go with that German guy.
All right, brother. I'm doing a new poll too, man. I just figured the other one made no sense. We got the information once again. Shout out to Frank, the Ghost, for answering us. We going out to Ghost, trying to be slick. What up? Ghost.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I'm calling from France, Paris.
Shout
just
out.
to say, yeah, I like your show. So I'm a Devin Haney fan. And as far as Frank Martin, I like Frank Martin. I think he's very good. And I'm thinking he may be fighting in the Errol Spence and Terence undercard. Yes, that's my call.
All right, champ. Thank you for continuing to make us international, calling all the way from France. We really do appreciate it. Anybody calling in internationally, please let us know immediately. Inform us where you're calling from. It always makes me feel amazing to know how far and how big the show has gotten over the many years. But you can call in absolutely free from anywhere in the world using our Discord or Twitter Spaces, as you just heard someone call in all the way from France. Jabari in Houston, what up? Houston coming out.
Hey man, what's going on there?
Can't call it.
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
Chilling.
Man, I've been working today, bro, but I just kind of came in and I seen the post or whatever. I think it is because of the budget, but I mean, I'm not mad because I think that's just what they had to do to give us the fight that they just gave us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to sacrifice when they had to pay them two dogs that bread. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get things like this throughout the year, and that's just, hey, I'm gonna take that right now. I understand for Frank, you know, it ain't really no name for him and stuff like that, but I mean, if his promoter win, you know what I'm saying, that's just gonna do better for him when it do come around and the budget fixed for later on in the year or next year. That's just gonna do better for him. So I think we just kind of take the wins with the losses. I don't really want to say it's a loss. Yeah, he could have probably got a better opponent, but I think it's just more so like you was trying to tell everybody. It's just about that budget thing, man. They've been giving us some big fights where you got to pay them dogs big money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody can't eat.
Totally understand it, man. Totally understand it.
That's just how that go, man. But I just want to call. Any chance you can go ahead and kind of let me know what kind of picks you got going on tonight?
Oh, I mean, in terms of which fight exactly?
You betting on the Rocha fight?
Oh yeah, you got to tune into the betting show for the betting advice, Chan.
So. I never knew like about the betting show. When you do that, or like what?
I do it every Friday at 10 a.m., 10:45 a.m. every single Friday, and we give out our weekly betting advice. We've been pretty hot for about 8 straight weeks, making people money.
Yeah, man. I normally work at 6 a.m. I be working like 12s, man. But I'm gonna just try to find a way to start tuning in on them Fridays. Maybe put my headphones in or something.
Well, you don't gotta tune in on Friday. If you are a Patreon or a YouTube member, you can listen today. You can still listen now and still make your bet. But Champ, let me get to some other callers there. I see someone saying what happened to the betting show. Betting show is on members and it's on Patreon. Both video, audio, betting slips are out. You're just not navigating to your community page. You're not checking everything properly. But we did our job. We did what we needed to do. And truth be told, you need to be paying attention because I think I'm going to make another bet. So I'll be putting that slip out if I do make it. And if you don't see it, then that's going to be your problem. If, I win and you didn't win because you didn't put the bet in. But I got Q and North. What up?
Hey, Ness, what's good? What's good?
Chilling.
I ain't calling in a minute. It go back to what you were saying though. Like, people don't really be understanding like the landscape of boxing. Like, I think out of all my friends, I'm like the one they call and they be like, "Y'all heard about this dude? Why he don't fight this dude?" And I be trying to explain to people like, bro, this person not gonna fight because they waiting for this fight, and like it's like you gotta understand, like you gotta wait till the chips fall to see who's left over, like, and then of course it's the opposite side of the street shit. So I gotta explain like, oh, like Frank ain't really gonna fight Keyshawn because he on Top Ring. If they was big, then maybe that they could work that out, but they both on the up and coming. They not going like do that. So like that fight ain't really gonna happen. They just gonna argue. Maybe when they both get bigger and Shakur and Devin get out the weight class or whatever the case may be, and they the two top dogs, then maybe they might fight. But you just gotta always. I feel like I'm always explaining like how boxing works. Like everybody saying, "What's up with Boots? Like how come he ain't fighting? When your boy Keith Thurman fighting?" I'm like, yo, until Crawford and Spence get worked out, ain't none of the welterweights gonna sign no contract because they trying to see how that shit gonna play out. Everybody waiting for their shot. Like,
Word.
so that the fucking landscape of boxing is always something you gotta consider. Like oh, this person ducking this person. And I'm like, man, you gotta like it ain't no way no other welterweight ducking no other welterweight because they all want to smoke with them too, and they ain't signing no contract until it's 1,000% you ain't getting that fight, and then they might be like, all right, what's next? I guarantee you now all the welterweight fights start falling into line now because ain't nobody sitting around waiting on them.
Yeah, you know this. It's all about. This could possibly be on the Ugas Boots undercard.
That would be dope. I didn't even know Ugas and Boots had signed to fight, though. That's crazy. When they fighting?
What happened?
I didn't know Ugas and Boots had signed to fight,
It ain't. But that's been the rumor for a while. And like you said, now that the welterweights signed and they locked in, like nobody could get a shot at Crawford or Bud for at least a year. So the other welterweights got to fight now.
Right, and they all been shelved. Even like the little mid-tier Cody Crowley, all of them been shelved. Like just waiting, I guess. Like, but yeah, like, and then you got Devin who just fought, Tank who just fought, Shakur who he just fought. Like, so Frank ain't about to jump in the ring with none of them. So you just gotta understand the way like this shit works, the landscape, and then people start understanding when somebody get a stay busy fight, like my man said, or when like a person ain't fighting somebody else that ain't ducking. Of course they gonna get on Twitter and YouTube and pop shit, but as long like when you know what's going on, like you know what's going on. But that's my call. I appreciate you, Ness. Oh, and Ness, I don't know if you remember though, because I ain't calling in a minute. I don't know if you remember when I said Tank should accept whatever rematch clause Ryan put out there, because once he knock him out, he ain't gonna really ask for that rematch. There ain't even no talks, no rematch, none of that shit.
I mean, because Ryan don't got one. Ryan don't got.
Oh, it was if Ryan wins.
It was a one-way rematch, champ. They, that team, they ain't fucking around. Big Gucci Nick on Discord.
What up? What up? Shout out TBV. Shout out Ness. Solo Manolo today, right? No Danny?
Nah, not yet.
Yo, who was that last caller, man?
The last caller?
No, the one that just went on before me. Well, shout out to him, man. Yo,
that was Q and North.
Yo, shout out to him, man. He knows this shit about boxing, man. He pretty much explained it beautifully, man. How the politic works, how when fighters just started fighting and the time frame for making a fight and the budget and all that. That man explained it real well, man. And then you got other callers with real stupid ass calls, man, like TBV's People's Champ talking about he don't even know how a fighter is linked to another fighter, man. He should be TBV's People's Prospect, man. Oh shit, no shots fired. But yo, no fights this weekend, Ness?
Hell yeah, we got 3 fucking cards, bro. We got Laura Wood, we got Conlon, Mick Conlon Lopez, then we got Juice and fucking Rocha tonight.
Oh shit, we got a whole DAZN
all
action
3.
going on
Well,
over there, man.
the other one is Frank Warren, ESPN, and then 2 are DAZN.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might have to tune into that Lara Wood card, man. That shit's gonna be fire. I saw the highlight. I didn't see the last fight, but I saw the highlights and it looked like a banger. So I'm definitely tuning in. But yeah, man, that's all I got. I really appreciate the Saturday show, man. That's what's up. But I mean, I fucking breathe boxing, man. So for you to go live on Saturday, that's a treat for us boxing fans. You feel me? But keep up the good work, Ness.
Nah, man. Thank you for joining them, because if y'all don't come, then I can't do it, right? Ain't gonna be nothing to do. But looks like I got to all my callers. So anybody on Discord, this is the opportunity to go ahead and raise your hand. Same thing on Twitter. If not, we're gonna be wrapping it up. Shout out once again to Frank for allowing us to break that news and telling us who he is facing. And yeah, look forward to seeing him put on a performance. I believe, this is just something in the interim because you figure if I'm a promoter and if I give you a dangerous fight and you lose, now your title shot opportunity is not there. But if I give you a fight to stay busy while giving Haney one more, because you gotta keep Frank busy to see what Haney do. You waiting for Haney to vacate. But we got a couple callers joining us. Nino, what up?
Yo, Ness, what's good with you?
What up?
Yeah, man, I just tuned in. I didn't even know you was gonna be going live this morning. I heard you just say Frank told you his opponent. Do you mind telling me who it is?
Oh yeah, it's on the screen. It's Artem. I can't even pronounce his name.
For sure. I'm on Twitter, so I can't see it on YouTube. But shit, I ain't never heard of that before. But I ain't. You feel me?
It's
I
like
like Frank,
Artem
man.
Harutyunyan.
For sure.
From
Well, yeah,
Germany.
man. I
He's
wouldn't.
German.
I wish they would have tried to put him on Earl undercard with Keyshawn, man. I know that's like some dream matchmaking type shit,
Ain't no
but
money for that,
I
man.
feel like, yeah, I
How
feel
much
like
you
that shit
think?
would have been.
How much you think Keyshawn gonna want to fight Frank on the biggest pay per view of the last fucking 10 years, 8 years? Because Danny gonna say McGregor and Pacquiao, but I don't think
Yeah,
I
man.
don't think you could
I don't
compare
think that shit
those.
gonna be like that.
Yeah, but I don't even think that it should be compared. Like when I say the biggest pay per view of the last 10 years, I'm talking about a real fight. Like nobody thought
Yeah,
Pacquiao was
fact.
50-50 and nobody thought fucking McGregor was 50-50. Only stupid people thought Pacquiao and Mayweather was 50-50.
Yeah, I think like this one of the biggest fights to me, in my opinion. I say since like Fury Wilder won or like Triple G Canelo, I put it up there with those. Like them was some big ass fights to me. That's a big ass fight too. But yeah, I mean with the money wise, pretty much like I think Derek James said it. He was like, shit, it ain't no point in Frank and Keyshawn fighting right now. I was just saying like on some dream
Earl
type
said it
shit.
too. I watched the interview this morning with Ellie said back in Earl, where Earl said, man, Keyshawn, basically, I'm a paraphrase. He said Keyshawn pump faking. Every time he fight, he said he only 8-0, 5-0, 6-0. And then this for sure, he said, like, if Martin beats him, he gonna say, I was only 8-0.
Yeah, I would favor Martin too. So I feel that I think they should listen. If they let it marinate a little bit more, I think that could be its own little pay-per-view fight. You feel me? But with Frank, man, like I've been saying, though, I like Frank the second most out the division, man. I ain't seen it against the top competition. I'm just going off the eye test and what I feel, man. I feel like Frank is just a dog. You know what I'm saying? Especially he over there in the DJ camp. So I'm gonna definitely be tuned in to him. Is that gonna be on the Clarissa undercard or is that
Nah,
on
so
something else?
we don't know, right? This remember that Frank announced July 15th. So this could be his own card. This could be on the Boots undercard, who I thought would have been Ugas, but people also saying Ivan Globar or Jamal James. Um, who knows, man? This shit could be. I think maybe Ugas Boots now that Earl and them got the ball moving. The other welterweights got to go now because it's like fuck, it's a wrap. We got to
Yeah.
fight. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I wouldn't, to be honest, dog, I wouldn't even mind seeing Thurman get one of them big. I need Thurman to
Thurman
get
and
boots or
Thurman and
Ugas, dog.
Ugas. Thurman and Ugas would be the fight that makes the most sense. 34. They both like 34 apiece. You know, they both
Yeah, I
in the
think that
back.
could be a title eliminator or something. But yeah, man, that's all I got, dog. I ain't gonna take up too much time. Let everybody else get on here. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button. And like I said, man, Frank Martin the one. We just gotta wait till we get in there with the top competition. And I'm out of here.
Word. So for those just joining us, we did start the show off not knowing who Frank was gonna fight, and then he did reach out to one of my messages and inform me that He's actually fighting Artem, whatever that says. We going out to numbers. So I'll just keep screen sharing the person he's fighting as I don't know how to pronounce his German last name. Or Armenian, actually.
Mic check, mic check.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Hey, shout out Ness, top of the morning. Buenos dias.
What up?
Uh, it's Gemini season, bro. It's my birthday today. I want to share
Oh,
it with
shit.
you and with the TVV community.
Happy
I just
birthday,
placed my.
champ.
Thank you, bro. Big 31, bro. I can't believe I made it, but I'm grateful.
Nice.
I just put my first bet. I was doing a bunch of running around the last fight, bro, the Haney fight. So I wasn't able to make bets that fight because like I had like Wi-Fi issues and shit. Like I was just trying to get the fight on. But today is my first betting card, my betting slip with TBV champ membership. So hopefully, the boxing guys and everything make sure it's a winner. So I just want to put that good energy out there. Positive vibes only today. No hating shit from me. You feel me? Shout out to the back call. Back call is fucking cool as fuck. I don't really got a dog in any of these fights, bro. Like, I still want to see more from Frank Martin. Like before I like, he's a good fighter, but I just want to see more tests. And I was actually trying to call this about yesterday, bro. Was 3.5 pounds too dangerous to cut for Lara, bro? Like, I don't understand that ruling from the British boxing
Yeah, man. I don't
bullshit.
know. I don't know.
Like,
They stepped in and didn't allow him to make the weight. I don't know if they're saying this for safety reasons, but yeah, that was pretty strange.
that's some weird shit right there, bro. Like that's I don't know what like that's the only way I guess that I could
The
see it
only
come
other
from
thing that
their
he
view,
can
but
do is petition to the sanctioning body because that's their belt.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what you're gonna get fighting in other territory, So hopefully, I follow the betting slips. I always have like a slip with
Yeah, but
underdogs. Like
champ,
I'll put
but
2 to the
champ,
buck. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
specifically say on the show, don't just copy the betting slip. You got to listen to the show because there's certain.
Uh, I only I only looked at the betting. I have multiple slips.
Yeah, no, that's bad. That's bad. Like I don't recommend anyone just copy. You have to
Mm,
listen to the show, hear what I'm telling you, why I'm telling you what I'm telling you. I might have
yeah, yeah,
seen
yeah.
I might have seen someone spar, and I'm only making that bet off the sparring. You gotta like
Well, I
listen. You
don't know.
can't just go off
Yeah, yeah.
the slip because you might
No,
not agree with that. You
yeah.
might take some of the information I give you and still pick a winner. But yeah, it's
No,
best recommended you listen.
no, and to be honest, like, yeah, I was like cleaning up the house and shit, so I was listening in and out. And I don't know what this says about my gambling character, but I also what's that shit called when you hedge your bets? We have bet
Yeah,
hedging.
yeah.
So I made that slip, and then I made another slip with the other. So either way, I feel like I'm gonna come out a winner, hopefully, with the parlays. And then I have a big underdog slip. The parlay odds are in like the 6 digits, bro. So like
Mm,
23 cents will make me 240K. So hopefully that shit
damn,
happens. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's the
I mean,
lottery
it's
right
just
there.
yeah. That's about it. I feel like that's a better chance than playing the actual lottery. You feel me?
Word.
Like, that's just me, man. But yeah, just want to put that out there. Shout out TBV. You know what I mean? I'm glad I started calling in. Stop. I still listen to the podcast, like older episodes, but like I'm glad I'm part of the community, bro. I'm grateful for y'all. Have a good one.
You too, brother. Enjoy your birthday, brother.
You know it.
Gemini season. Let's go. We got Joel Bauza sent his $10. He is now in the running for the Roy Jones Jr. autograph glove that we will be giving out today after the Alexis Rocha versus Anthony Juice Young fight. We will be announcing the winner. If you hear your name, please send me a DM immediately with your name and your address so we can get it out to you by Monday morning. Joel Bauza, we got your electronic Cash App entry. Remember, if you want to be in the raffle, the Cash App is on the screen. The proper spelling, the correct Cash App. Don't fall for these fakes that just want to steal. They hate on TBV, but it's $ the boxing voice, $ THABoxingVoice You can also use NESGTO, NESGTO, which is my personal. Obviously, Joel Bauza sent it there. Supermex sends it there. Mike Hicks always sends it there. And I still make sure to put it in the running. Looks like we got a couple of callers to get to here on the check-in. Orlando, what is up in, where are you calling from? Let me see. This is Long Island. Orlando.
Ness, you can hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, what's good? Quick call. I just don't understand why Frank Martin is not like. If I'm Frank Martin, I'm the main guy signed to Errol. Like I'm just taking. I'm telling Errol, do whatever you got to do to get me a spot on the undercard with Crawford. Give me any opponent, I'll take short money. It doesn't matter. Like
Well,
I
I
just
think
don't
that's
get.
why he's fighting this guy, right? Like, I'm not sure, and I didn't ask. I was happy with him giving me the name of his opponent. But if you think about it, this guy is from Germany. He was born in Armenia. No one's ever seen him. So he can't be expensive. So it makes sense because both fighters on the main event are getting 8 figures. So maybe Frank is on the undercard. And that's why he gets this
But I thought
type
you
of
said
opponent.
I thought you said July 15th.
He did announce July 15th. I'm just trying to show face for him because it's like maybe now, when he announced July 15th was May 10th. That's before they announced Spence Crawford. You following me?
I didn't know that.
You following me or no?
Yeah, I didn't know that. So yeah, I'm hoping, like I said, if he's on the undercard, that's a great look for him. Doesn't matter the opponent. Like I never heard of this guy either, but doesn't matter the opponent. Take any amount of money they give you, just get on the card. That'd be my main focus if I was Frank.
Yeah, again, that's just me assuming that he's on the, there's rumors that he's his own main event. There's rumors that he's a co-main event to another card on July 15th. July 15th already has Alicia Baumgartner fighting on DAZN. Hitchison Richards and Montana Love on the undercard. That's a good fight. I don't know, man. It's a bad date in my opinion, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Thanks, man.
All right. Majid, what it do? Majid? Majid. All right. Looks like we got Blue in Baltimore.
Yo.
What up with you?
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I had to call up because I had heard you say something about the comment. I was just saying about the champs. They keep the same energy as far as like Frank Martin. We don't know who this dude is, who he's fighting. I don't know where he came from. But all I feel like is that all of this is just to make some type of spectacle, to make these dudes stars in the long run, you feel me? And set them up for bigger fights in the long run. Slump this guy who we don't know, get him out of there, say that he got a few accolades, we can run with that, and then that'd be something that we could hold after he slump him and be like, yeah, he slumped this old bronze medalist guy, and he was cool. You feel me? But as far as what let me ask you this, Ness.
Mm-hmm.
What is this going to be airing on Showtime?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. It's a possibility it could be its own card. It's a possibility it could be on the Ugas undercard, or it could be on the Earl undercard. We don't know yet. He announced July 15th, which is his own date. But remember, he announced that before Earl and Crawford was announced. And when he announced it in the same interview, the interviewer said, "Oh, so if you fighting in July or June, you fighting on Earl undercard." And he just starts smiling. But then when he
Yeah.
announced July 15th on social media, and the world was like, "Oh shit, he's saying he fighting on Earl card," he came out and said, "Why would I announce my man's date?" So maybe this is his own date. Maybe he getting the main event. I don't know, man. I only know this is the
Yeah.
opponent because he told me.
And is the Terrence Crawford and that's locked in, right? We good on that though, right?
Yeah, that's golden. That shit is done dilly. They was on
Gotcha.
first take. They both announced it
Because
on
I
their social
definitely heard.
media. The promoters
Yeah, I
announced
heard
it. The
DC
network
say that the
announced
wait
it.
is over and all that. I just don't want it to be no fluke stuff, yo. I'm just tired. I'm so disappointed with boxing, yo. I just keep seeing these weird looking fights and things just look strange to me. I don't even know what I'm watching sometimes no more, man.
But you
The
right though.
scorecards be looking funny and
I
all of that. It's just starting to look strange to the point where though I really don't know what I'm watching, and it's so inconclusive. Everything just seems so inconclusive. In that last fight, that Loma fight, that Loma. I've been chanting and calling that show about Loma the whole time, and to see what I seen, bro, that was heartbreaking to me. I ain't gonna lie, yo. That was seriously. I hope you'll win that appeal. I ain't gonna lie. I hope he win whatever appeal he trying to shoot for, because I think he deserves it. I really believe since the fight was so inconclusive, Ness, you got to think, Ness. Think about it this way. It's three judges there. You feel me? Just look at it this way. It's three judges. And anytime we got somebody that's judging something, we start looking for reasonable doubt. You feel me? So if it's reasonable doubt that Haney was the clear winner, we should have at least got the draw, bro. We should have got the draw. Like, hands down, point blank period, we should have got the draw. If there's this many people that's at 50-50 with the fight, we should have got the draw at least. I seen Loma winning. That's me. But I'm a fan, so everybody gonna give me the fanboy charge. But at the end of the day, if the fight was so inconclusive, we should have got the draw, yo. And we should have definitely never got no funny, weird looking stuff on the cards, yo. Like all these messed up markings and stuff on the cards. You don't know how to score a fight, and it's just weird, bro.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
weird,
know.
man.
I
So
don't
we
know
we
where you got that information. Nobody ever said there was markings on the card. Like that's some new shit I haven't heard or seen yet. Majid, what up?
Yo, I'm better now.
Yep.
Thank God. Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Shit. Me personally, my birthday July 11th, so that's just gonna be a good ass month either way. But I remember when Mayweather, I don't even remember who the fuck he was fighting, but I remember Tank being on that undercard or whatever with Fonseca, and it wasn't nothing that we was asking for, but look at him today. So I feel like whoever he fight, especially if this dude got some meddling experience in the past, or even if he don't, Frank Martin just got to put on that show, you know what I'm saying, and keep winning and building up like this, like the notoriety you could get, the visibility from this shit is bar none. So I don't give a fuck who he fighting. Just look good doing that shit. Look as sharp as you could, because I want him to keep winning and winning, winning. So Shakur could fuck him up later on down the road. I went there. But yeah, shout out to Frank Martin. I really hope he on that undercard, man. I don't see why not if that's Spence Low, homie. Go ahead, keep getting those wins so Shakur can give you your L, man. That's all I got though, man. Shout out to you on Saturday.
All right. This guy is a gold medalist. I like what Blue said. They might build it that way, like, Frank is a late starter. And they can build it as Frank taking on his first gold medalist, right? I mean, not gold, bronze. First bronze medalist, stepping up to that caliber, you know. Also, this guy has the WBC International Lightweight belt, so it's a strap. it's a strap that they're going to get for him. So maybe it is a main event. Says right there that he won the WBC International. Maybe this is a main event for Frank and an opportunity to put a belt on him and push him towards Devin Haney by getting him that belt. Maybe that's what we're getting here, you know. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. That's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to let the algorithm know you dudes enjoy what you're getting here and put it in front of the eyes of other boxing fans. I'm going out to Rob in Las Vegas. What up? Rob, Las Vegas.
Yo, what's up?
What up with you?
Nothing, man. Hey, that dude calling dude on that, still on that Haney Loma one shit, or he should have got it. That dude is crazy. Like that's crazy. Like, stop talking about that, bro. Haney won the fight. It is what it is. Like, you could have gave a round or two either way from what everyone says, but 3 judges gave it to Haney, and nearly half the world gave it to him. So, bro, knock it off. It was a win. Tell Loma, I know you work for him. Tell Loma and his crew, it's all good, bro. Stop being sore losers. Now, on the Frank Martin topic, I do think that's a good matchup for him. You know, just he's still getting his feet wet, like you said. He's a bit older in the game, so I got Frank Martin cleaning this guy out, getting that belt, and going to either try to fight Shakur next, or maybe he could get that smoke out the way with Keyshawn Davis after. Like, you know, Errol and Spence, that's 3 fights, bro. So he could get this one out the way, and he could be on the next undercard. What you think about that?
No, yeah, I agree, man. You know, I think that the caller Blue put it best. And, you know, once I said it's possibly a showcase, you know, and he said they'll build them up to, you know, everybody's saying the same thing. They're trying to make him a star. So it makes sense to give him the accolades, tell people he's fighting his first Olympian, the first medalist. You know, he's testing himself.
Definitely, because he just, like, Frank Martin is good. Like, he kind of controlled the distance like Shakur do.
Well,
like,
you also got to, you know, he gets
sure
the pass, right? He gets the pass. He started boxing at 18, so there's really no rush.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And like I said, with this Crawford Spence thing, come on, y'all. Y'all know we gonna see more than one of these things the way shit been going. So
oh no, Crawford and Spence is tied up for 3 fights, so everybody else might as well fight because these guys is busy for like 3 fights.
Exactly. So he could catch one of them, bro. This is the time where he go ahead and get this dude. You said he's a medalist. This guy he's fighting.
Yes, a bronze medalist.
Yeah, this is like the perfect step up for him. You know what I'm saying, from the competition that he's been fighting. Even though I think the last dude was one of those dudes was like undefeated, just like him or something. Perez, one of those dudes was undefeated as well. But yeah, great step up fight, Frank Martin. Man, keep doing it. I can't wait to see him and Shakur. That's more cool.
All right, champ. Appreciate you rocking out with us. Looks like I got to all my callers. Anybody on Discord? Last call for alcohol. Need you to go ahead and request to speak both on Discord and Twitter now, or we will be wrapping up. We got Big Fish Davidian.
Yo, what it do, Ness?
What up
good.
With you?
What's good, brother? I'm so it's gonna be what, July 15th? He got a fight.
Yep.
Or they put him on the okay. That's cool. I just want to see Frank Martin in there with somebody else. You know, even if I don't really know the other guy, I just want to see him fight because he beat up Michelle Rivera. That was a pretty kind of cool, exciting fight. You know, he's in a tough division, so I don't know. I mean, I just want to see these guys fight each other. So, or him get past this guy possibly, and then fight somebody else that's up there. So, yeah, I'm excited. There's nothing to complain about. Boxing's been treating us well. David Benavidez, Plant, You
That's
know,
right.
Ryan Garcia, Tank. I mean, Errol Spence. You got the heavyweights. I mean, there's nothing to complain about here. So yeah, shout out to you, Ness, and shout out to the back hall. God bless you. That's my call.
All right, champ. Well, appreciate you calling in. That is the last caller. My name is Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. And join our Discord to keep the conversation going, where the community is always talking boxing in our Discord. Join us there. Catch us on the next one. We have 2 more shows scheduled. We're going to be doing a live fight chat for Lopez and Conlon. And then we'll be doing Rocha and Young. And we might even sneak in Laura and Wood. So if you enjoy the content, make sure you're subscribed. Help us get to our goal, which we did cross the goal of 170,000, but we're on to the next one. We're looking for 1 million subscribers. But up next is 171,000. So we're going straight for that. Only you can help us get there. Remember to tell your friends about the show. Tell any hardcores about the show, any fighters. You know, we interview them all, big, little, small, interview them all. If you're a Patreon or a member, stay up to date so that you can ask any guest a question that we have on the show. Peace.